Okay, my sweeties, I'm back. It's now I'm joining in with Creator Thinking on saving money for my Disney cruise. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this. Now, the rules on this was to put $1 a day in a jar. Okay, I didn't do it exactly the way they wanted, how they mentioned it, but I'm tell you how I did mine. Every day at the end of the day, I would throw any change that was in my pocket or purse, I would throw it in that jar. After a month of doing that, I had a sum total of, let's see, I had I already changed the change into dollars. So, here is a $20 bill, a $10 bill. Whoops, here it goes. There's 10. And I had 2 5s. And I had 3 $1 bills. So, because I had a little different in change, but I just evened it off to the nearest dollar. So that's how I ended up with no actual change left over. Threw a few pennies more in. That came to $43. And that was just change out of my pocket and change out of my purse. Now, I know I got comments that people said, I don't use money. I just use my credit card or my debit card. Well, I don't do that. I never have. I've always ran my life weird. And just because Grandma can't save money or hang on to money, this is what Grandma does. I guess I should finish the total first before I get into rambling on about stuff. Now, what I did, because this is, and also another thing I did, I cut back on 1 can soda a day at work. And that's good and healthy. That will help my diet, my stomach, and my waist. And I ended up with, let's see if I can get it here. I had 20 days of working, and they were so that's $20. It was for that. And then I had 3 more days I worked and didn't get a soda. That's $23. A total of $66 for January. So we'll start running a little tally on this too, it looks like. January, $66 I saved. Now, don't get me wrong, I could have probably saved more if I would have applied myself. But you know, I always keep saying, don't make your goal so high it's a struggle. This was not a struggle. I just threw all my change in the bottom of my purse in that jar. All the money at the end of the day from my pockets I threw in there. Now, keep in mind, I could have given people change as the day went along and not had so much change. But everything time I bought something, I gave them $1, whatever it was, $1 or something, or $5 or 10 or 20. So there was always change at the end. And that's how I was managed to have $43 in change. Normally, I probably wouldn't have quite that much, but because I was trying to show you could do it if you wanted to. So that's what I did. Now, what I was going to say, I have an account set up for my dental work, and I have an account set up for my vacation for Disney cruise, and that's where this money is going to go in that account. Now, don't get me wrong. I have money if I wanted to take a cruise or go on vacation without saving anything. I have the money, but that's not the point. The point was we're to try to save money for a big project or a big expense, and that's what I'm doing. And I'm going to try to save as much as I can. So even if I get enough for the cruise for me and Grandpa to go, I'm going to keep saving for 4 years because we're not going anywhere with the kids until 4 years. And if I want to buy my great-grandkids a souvenir, or if I want to do some kind of craft project on the ship, I don't care if it costs $300. I'll spend $300. This is another one of those necklaces that Grandma said she made on her Hawaii cruise. I don't know how many necklaces I made. I might have made 15 or 20 of them. I made a lot. And I don't know if you can see how pretty it is, and all the shells are different. And this was all handmade by Grandma. And like I said, I had a really good time. But not everybody likes to cruise. Me and Grandpa love cruising. I love having the room being cleaned every day. I love going and experimenting with food I've never eaten before. I, my most fun thing I love to do, I love going to all the shows. And take it from me, me and Grandpa made every show there was. And that meant at night when they had the comedians, we went to their shows, we went to the floor shows. We did them all. Because that's the kind of grandma I am. I want to do them all. And I know I'm going to enjoy my Disney cruise because I'm going to have 5 great grandbabies that I can take and have a good time with them. I'm going to have 2 little boys and 3 little girls. And those little girls love Frozen. And my youngest little granddaughter loves Minnie and Mickey Mouse. Those are her 2 fun things to see. Anything with Mickey, she'll watch, or Minnie. So I know they're all going to have a great time. And I'm going to have a great time watching them have a great time. And like I said, they have parents, they have grandparents that can go ashore with them because they're younger and healthier and they can do whatever they want. Me and Grandpa are old, and you can only do so much when you get a certain age. I'm not quite sure where we're going to cruise to. We don't care because we've been on every doggone Mexican cruise you can probably think of. We've been on more than once. And we've been to Hawaii, and we've also been to Alaska several times. I don't want to take a cruise where I have to fly with grandfather. So we're not going over. I've already told the family, don't even think we're going to the Caribbean. We're not going. So I've made it clear if they want to go there, they can go without us. But the Disney cruise, we're all going together as a family, and we're going to have to stay on this coast. We'll see. One thing that he would like to do that we were going to do, but his health got so bad, he was wanting to take a Panama Canal cruise. And if they tell me they want to do that cruise on Disney, I probably would spend the money for that, because that is another one of Grandpa's wish lists that he would have loved to have done. But I doubt that my grandkids would be able to afford it. I'm sure it would be expensive. And on top of that, it's not just the money. They might even have the money for it. But you have to worry about the time off from work. That's the problem. If I really wanted to take a month vacation with my job, they probably wouldn't be happy about it, but I could do it. Because I've taken 3 weeks vacations before. I know it's hard to believe that I've done that. But both me and Grandfather do like to vacation, and we do like doing trips and stuff. It's just that we're getting old now, and it's a little harder to do some of the stuff. But the great thing about cruising, you don't have to do all that much. Basically, you're just walking the ship, and I don't have to keep up with the grandkids and the great-grandkids. I mean, everyone, because everyone can take care of themselves. I did tell the grandkids that I would help with the great-grandkids if they all want to go out and drink a little bit 1 or 2 nights on the cruise. As long as Grandma gets to see her floor shows before they go out. Because I'm ready for bed anyway by 11 o'clock. So me and the great-grandkids can go back to one of the staterooms and just take a nice little nap and wait for the parents to have a good time. That's fine with me. I don't care. Because like I said, me or Grandfather do not drink. I'm not saying we don't drink at all. Maybe I might have a drink, 2 at the most. I don't like hangovers. And usually when we go on a cruise, we might have 1 or 2 drinks. That's it usually. Because I drink so little, 1 or 2 drinks is about all Grandma can handle. But I just wanted to share what I was going to do. This savings account, and that's why I think all of you should try to think about joining in on this challenge. I'm sure you all have something that would mean a lot to you. To us, vacations are important. And you guys figure out what's important for you. I was going to buy a backup generator here or something because we lose power so much here in California. Edison no longer can give us power. But then I'm thinking, maybe I should stop worrying about it. We've only lost power for 3 days just once in the last 2 years. Most of the time it's just a few hours or maybe 8 hours. And so maybe I should stop worrying about it. I live in Southern California. We never get snow here. The worst thing we get here is heavy winds. And a good rainstorm once in a while. We had a good one this week, but normally we don't even have that. So that's about the only kind of weather problems we have in California where we live. I mean, we hardly even get rain. I mean, we'll go 4 or 5 months without one drop of rain here. That's why people here don't know how to drive in rain, because they don't know what it is. My little granddaughter was so funny. She saw it because she had this good rain this week. First time she can probably remember seeing rain, and she didn't know what was coming from the sky. She's so funny. She was all not mad, but just wondering what all that was. So it was funny. But anyway, think about joining in. I mean, maybe you'll be 1 month behind, but hey, so what? By the end of the year, you can still get that $365. I managed to get what did I say I saved? Let me go back over here and look. $66 in 1 month. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have that $365 for the year. Honestly, I think I will probably double it. There's a very good chance I will have $700 saved by the end of the year. I haven't even tried to economize. If I get ambitious, I might even find a month or two. I might say, okay, I'm not going to buy any home decor or fairy stuff, and I'm going to throw that money in too. You never know. I have a lot of fairy supplies. I didn't buy one fairy supply all last year, so I do need to buy a few new ones this year because, a lot of my fairies got broke. My houses got broke. They're outside 12 months out of the year, and they're in all the weather. And I'm going to do some videos on painting and fixing them up too. Hard to believe Grandma's going to do some painting, but going to have to do something. But anyway, thank you so much for listening to Grandma talking on and on for, 12 minutes or more. I do appreciate all the love and support. Think about joining in on this. Think about what money you can save and have awesome time with your family. Or you get that backup generator you need. Or whatever you need. Everybody has different needs. Me and Grandpa are old. We have a home to live in. We got a car to drive. Most important thing for us, I don't really care about a big fancy home. I have a very small, that's another thing. We have a very small home, so I don't have, I do have things I have to upkeep, but not like some people, because I have a small home. And most important thing for us is family vacations, and I know it's hard to believe that we have taken a lot of family vacations, and I have a big family. We used to rent a big cabin up in Crestline, and it set on probably a half acre, an acre of lot. It was a big piece of property, and we could have like 10, 15 cars there. It actually would fit there. And it had 8 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms, and it was, 3 stories. And we took 3 vacations there as a family, if you can believe it. We're crazy about our family. And it wasn't expensive any of those times, because when we did those vacations, my children were already raised, and their kids, they already had kids, and some of their kids were already getting up in age a little bit when we did those vacations. Everybody chipped in on the rent, because, it was a big place. Everybody chipped in on the food, and everybody got together when it was time to go home and cleaned it up. For we didn't have to pay a cleanup fee, and we all left. Had a great time. So for us, family vacations are really important, but best of all on a cruise, no cleaning up, no cooking, no cleaning. All we're going to do is have fun and have a great time together. And it's going to be great because I have a lot of grandchildren. I have 13 of them, and everyone except for my youngest will be over 18 in 4 years. And my oldest ones are going to be, Nicole is going to be 39. So I have a lot of grandkids, and I will have a lot of them in their 30s. In fact, most of them will all be in 30s in 4 years, because all my grandkids came at the same time. Well, I'm going to shut up. I'm just going to keep talking. Thank you guys so much for all your love and support. I really, really do appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by. Take care. Till the next video.